Well, hello once again, folks. We are back. It is another Mellow Monday, and it's going to be another short one this week. But didn't want to skip out on it because we're still working on the audio situation. I think we're doing pretty good at the moment. I think I got the levels about where they need to be. Obviously, there's going to be a little push and pull depending on the game, but yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. So probably only an hour, maybe a little more than an hour, probably not, a little less. We're going to be playing some Shiren the Wanderer, as per usual. We made some good progress last week. The entrance to the mansion opened up. We got tradered, as you do. And yeah, so let's hop back in and give it a go. And no, we want this one. There it is. That stupid drunk. Why did I bother worrying about him? He sided with Joruta and stole the orbs that we worked so hard to get. I hate that guy so much right now. And that all said, I mean, this is nice. Little stone bridge, got the little statues here, nice little water feature going on. Foreground object. This is the legendary Karakuri Mansion. Oh, looks like there was more to this legend than most. Huh? What the? Where the heck did those things come from? That, honestly, my first question would be, what are those things? Here they come. Okay, this is... Wait. Why is she unarmed? What is going on? A great power prevented the effect. Well, that's just lovely. You know, call me fussy if you must, but I don't think we were adequately set up for that. They just kind of threw that at us. Wait. I still have my stuff. Honestly, I just kind of don't know what to say. The fact that I still have my inventory, that sort of implies that the game agrees with me, that that was a little unfair. Because, you know, normally they take your stuff away. But like, what was that? Anyway, right now, you know, I tried to portal to the 10th floor last time, didn't work out. I guess we're just gonna do this again. We're just gonna have to maybe put a little more energy into getting into fights here. Try to get to a decent level. I think this does sort of, to some extent, kind of speak to things that I was talking about last week, about just jumping very suddenly from being over-prepared to under-prepared in a lot of these situations. Though I suppose you could also make the argument that, you know, maybe we were a little... Yeah, I had a feeling it was a jar of hiding. These things are annoying. Some toasted rice balls. We're gonna put some more rice balls in there. There we go. But I guess the thing that I'm sort of not getting around to saying is... You know, I kind of got through that fight with the Tengu. You know, really, it was a very skin-of-the-teeth fight there, I think. And so maybe... it would be in our interest to, you know, try to gain a couple more levels. Rerun one of the other dungeons. Get some experience. I don't know. I don't know how much that's... I wouldn't say necessary. It does seem to make a bit of a difference. Like... what was it? The catfish lair where... you know, where leveling up a couple times did seemingly make that process a fair bit easier. I got your black ash staff right here. It's in my inventory, next to my recovery staff. What? Oh. So we're coming up on the 5th floor. We're only like level 4 right now. I feel like we're setting ourselves up for the 6th floor to be a bit on the tough side. Shiren's getting hungry. It's affecting his aim. Yeah, probably not, but... we found another wood shield. Of course he did. gonna do... Oh, okay. Now you're gonna do it. Do I have an antidote herb? Of course not. It'd be one thing if those effects wore off once you left the floor. That's how Pokemon Mystery Dungeon does it. I think that is something about this game specifically, is that to a large extent, like, it's doing the same stuff that the other games did, you know, like, it's not... It's not some brand new thing for an enemy to hit you with a status effect that permanently lower, well, not permanently, but significantly reduces one of your stats and requires a very specific item. Oh, come on. So it requires a very specific item to recover. It does bother me more in this game. Strength has been reduced again. Please tell me this is an antidote herb. No, it is not. And now I'm getting chumped by very weak enemies because I have no means of recovering my strength. And so this bird is probably gonna kill me. Of course, Karakuri Pass is not going to be much of a challenge at all. We could try going back to, you know, Centipede's Den, Do Catfish's Nest again. That probably won't be too much trouble. I'm just trying to remember what status effects they deal where. Centipede, there was a lot of rusting. I remember rust being a big thing. I remember Catfish. We'll do Catfish. Let's see. Strength 5 plus 1, so that's 6. Strength 3 plus 2, so that's 5. There. And now we play the Equip Everything Again game. Of course you let him steal our money. Okay, I appreciate you here, but we're just gonna... What do I have for money? Okay, hang on. There we go. If it's like most of the other roguelikes that I've played, you don't want to try ripping off the shopkeepers. Though again, it is interesting that he doesn't block the exit. That's usually how that goes. Normal state. So truly no idea how many experience points it would take to hit level 23. I wonder if it's just a case of I need to remember where certain items are likely to show up. Like maybe if I'm looking for antidote herbs specifically, like I should go to like either Katakuri Pass or even like the tutorial area. They seem to drop somewhat regularly there. So that if I attempt the portal again, I won't find myself suddenly with strength at like 5 out of 7 or whatever. Can you handle your equipment being removed? Yeah? What if I did it again? No, we're still good. But I bet you're not expecting it a third time. I never did find out if we had to refight the bosses, but I'm going to assume no. Either way, I think we're good to take on Catfish again. Probably. What is it? Sleeping herb. Asuka, you did it again. It sure seemed like he got stuck there. 15. I wonder if there actually is a connection between hunger and Shiren's accuracy. It does kind of seem like whenever I neglect to feed him, which admittedly I do a lot, it does seem like he suddenly starts missing and getting dizzy from hunger. Okay, we need to cut off his paths of escape. There we go. The monsters are more aggressive. Oh no. They might follow us around. Give me a sec. Look how all the monsters just chose that particular moment. I guess it's because they were more aggressive. I'm gonna switch to Asuka for a while. Save on food. Oh, hey! Got a level up. And got another holding jar. Oh yeah, no holding jar. Put... There we go. The land of 1,000 unequipped traps. Oh wait, that's a piggy stone. I don't know if we... Let's gently put that on the floor. Wouldn't want to throw that. It'd be uncivilized. Savage Shield. Shield brought from a foreign land, equipable by Shiren and Asuka. If this shield is an oval, that name is going to be a bit of a yikes. Well, goes our rice balls. Of course, while Asuka's taking the lead here, Shiren's hunger isn't going down. Switching staff. And again, like, none of these items are, strictly speaking, useless. Everything in our inventory has a use. It's just that sometimes that use case is very specific. And that sort of complicates things when very specific situations call for very specific items. And you just gotta kind of hope you have one. So it's like, statistically, you need to be in a situation where a switching staff would be helpful, and also in a situation where you happen to have one in a game with limited inventory space. And again, and I want to stress this point. That's a thing in all the Shiren games. but it truly does bother me more in this one. It just does. Okay, so at least we found out for sure that we don't need to refight the bosses. So, for instance, if I went into Tengu's castle, we could probably gain a couple levels. And there are those guys that would kind of slap our equipment out of our hand. Let's go to the tea house first and clear out some of this stuff from our inventory. Actually, I'm going to keep that. That gold shield plus 3, that's good. No, lightning scroll also good. These are all good. Got 3 recovery staffs. Switching. We got a lot of recovery staffs, actually. Let's go ahead and... Oop. I pushed the wrong button. I pushed, that's not the button I meant to push. What you selling? Holding jar, what do we got? We got our share of those. Bronze ward plus 1. 6, oh, yeah. Grab that. And the big rice ball. And, hold on. Tell me about this. A one-handed weapon. Widely used on the mainland, equipable by anyone. Okay. I'm gonna buy this. And I just wanted to see if I still had enough money for the bronze ward. Yeah, so the pole arm is still stronger. But this is a step up from the bronze sword. Plus 1 as it may be. Oh, and actually it's the same. Well, we can put that in storage. And the equipment resonated. I still don't know what that means. One of these jars has a... I feel like if I come here to Sanuki Forest, I could probably collect a couple antidote herbs. If not there, then I maybe get them at Karakuri Pass. I'm just gonna head back into Tengu's castle. And I do still have an escape scroll, right? Yeah, because I don't necessarily want to stay here. And we have a plating scroll. Let's... We should plate something. Looks like the pole arm is already plated. Yeah. There. The bronze sword won't rust. I'm not sure we're getting better experience off these enemies than we were from Catfish. I guess maybe a little bit per enemy, maybe it adds up over time. Also depends on what kind of items we're going to land on here. Like a hard jar. Good job, Shiren. You showed him. What in the hell is going on? Here, Asuka, you take the lead for a bit. We got another hard jar. Okay, I can put stuff in the hard jar. So it's not a hiding jar, we know that. Confusioner. We picked up a currently unexploded rice ball. Oh. Well, okay. He didn't take our inventory from us. What do we do with the narrowing jar? Also not a hiding jar, okay. So reducing the strength cap that's just cruel. Like, that's mean on a whole other level, and compared to the other things this game does. That was less effective than I'd hoped. But at any rate, he once again did not take away our equipment. Well, we are getting decent experience for fighting the big cats. Unless we miss them 5 times in a row. And you might make the case that the experience is a little more hard-fought. Healing herb is good. We can use those. Antidote herb. Oh, giver of life. Not that it helps when your strength cap has been brought down. Game. And a giant Harrison. Was that like the big fan? A two-handed weapon. I like the idea. The trouble is that we're kind of already in a situation where the amount of damage Asuka takes is on the dangerous side. And so taking away the shield is not ideal. I say we just let him sleep. Is Shiren back to level 23? Alright. Now Shiren's getting hungry. Do your thing for a while. Never mind. Shiren eats something. It is in some ways a little ridiculous to have a status ailment that just cuts your level in half for a certain number of turns, and then you need to recover your health. But at least it is something that recovers organically. Well, you know, there's that. I had the feeling we're not going to be hitting level 24 on this run. fact, it might be wise to just get out of here soon. I'm only streaming for an hour today anyway. What do we got? Pain share. Okay, I want to try to get one of these things to work. If I eat this, I cast the pain share spell. Did it work? Okay, he walked away. The target starts to hallucinate. Okay. I thought I was going to put him to sleep. I guess sleep spell and dream spell are different things. This is the level down doesn't last that long, but you can see there, it just cuts your HP in half. Thank you, Asuka. You're a participant who participates. I don't remember how many floors there are here. I probably should just use the escape scroll. If you're gonna give me a chance to push my luck, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, it's not working. Well, we gained a level. Or did we? No, I think we did that in the other dungeon. shopkeeper in this town usually has escape scrolls. I like Copa's running animation. And that's fun. Let's see. I had a feeling. I know there are good reasons to use those, but I'm not gonna. I want money. Oop, not. He doesn't have an escape scroll. He's got a big rice ball, though. Buy me a big rice ball. And a healing herb. I guess we can check the old lady at the tea house. Look at that animation. Look at that. Look at that. Is she selling an escape scroll? She usually doesn't. Can I leave and come back? Will he have different stuff? He does not. She does not. I think I already know the answer to this, but I'm going to check anyway. Yeah, I had a feeling. Probably got to run through some part of the game in order to get him to whatever his stock. I'd almost be inclined to put all of my inventory in storage and then just try the portal again, but barehanded. But I don't think I'm going to be doing that today. We will do this, though. We'll cheese the Sanuki Forest, just to see if it makes him refresh his stock. And pick up some cudgels while we're here. The first thing we pick up is an antidote herb. Second thing, I guess, there was a cudgel. That's how much I pay attention. Another antidote herb. And a bronze ward? Really? Yeah, like the kind I have right now. Info? That's wild. Again, it sort of makes me wonder, you know, does the game expect you to come back to these early dungeons to kind of stock up on basic supplies, like to get your basic weapons back, or to, you know, or just to collect some herbs and other basic items? I just realized I can get Asuka to do it for me. You fight him. Because the trouble with letting Asuka do the fighting is that we're basically guaranteed to get hit. Which, I mean, these are early game enemies, that's not a threat in itself. Well, I guess no, it actually literally is not a threat, because these guys don't have any status effects. Or status attacks? Is that what you call it? Or no, actually I think he does. I don't know. They do have special moves. And now if we once again go back to Otsutsuki Village, will he have rotated his inventory? And he's got an escape scroll. And a plating scroll. I'm gonna buy both of those, but I'm gonna need to go to the bank and pick up a little extra cash. I just took out a large sum because I don't want to do the math. Healing scroll, escape scroll, 2 healing herbs. Healing herbs. Healing herbs. Healing herbs. I'm afraid you cannot carry that much. We definitely want to keep the antidote herbs. Oh, yeah, no, it's right there. Giant Harrison and the cudgel. Didn't we get 2 cudgels? And the bronze... I forgot about the bronze ward. It's another bronze word +1. I should put that in storage. Okay, so we got a holding jar here. So we're gonna put some stuff in there. Mainly inventory management, like you've never seen it before. Yeah, and bronze ward goes to storage. We keep the healing herbs out, because why not? Maybe even put away one of those recovery staffs. Staffifes. Wooden arrows. I don't know why those are there. The confusion spell. I would say the 2 plain wood shields can go. That was actually less painful than I was expecting. There was going to be a big right mess in there. A big right mess. Don't know why I said it like that. But I'm afraid that's going to be it. So we're going to save and then probably save again in a minute. Alright, so I'm going to have to watch back parts of this to see how it sounds, but it's very comfortable in my ear, so I was much less distracted by the audio situation. As for the game, I think maybe I should be, like, exploiting things a little more. I don't know if the game presumes you're going to, or what exactly is going on, but yeah, it's like if you need more antidote herbs, go over here. If you more of this, you go over here. You know, this place lets you keep your levels. This place reverts your level, but lets you keep your good equipment. We'll figure it out as we go. We'll be doing some Etrian Odyssey tomorrow. Just jumping right on in it. We'll be doing some Etrian Odyssey tomorrow. We'll be ranking a puzzle game for the Game Boy, in this case, Q-Billion, on Wednesday. And then, you know, more music stuff on Thursday and Saturday. Until then, thanks for coming by, thanks for hanging out, thanks for watching, and as always, I do hope to see you next time. So bye for now.